Hey guys, AJ here, back with another one for you. So today, guys, we're gonna go to the breaking news for some foolishness, right? And guys, we have a story of a woman in Utah. She was married, and she was in the news last year because she wrote a children's book about how to deal with the grief of the fact that her husband passed away suddenly last year. And oh my gosh, she wrote this book about how to get over grief, and turns out she's the one that deleted him. So, guys, I have a news story here and a couple articles, so we're gonna jump into this. But before we do, please remember to like, subscribe, drop a comment. It helps to keep this channel going, and hit that notification bell, guys. Let's jump into this right now.
Today, a Summit County woman who wrote a children's book about coping with grief following her husband's death a year ago, now accused of being the one that actually killed him.
That woman is 33-year-old Corey Richens. According to court documents, she is accused of poisoning her husband just weeks after requesting fentanyl from a dealer. Ariel Harrison live tonight in Summit County with this story. Ariel.
Neighbors who are close with the family did not want to go on camera, but shared with me that they are shocked with these accusations, telling me the woman they know would have never done something like this. Now, we gathered some alarming details from the police documents associated with this case. A big one, the man who died, Eric Richens, believed that his wife was trying to poison him. This is the home where police found Eric Richens dead on his bedroom floor in March of 2022. According to court documents, Richens and his wife Corey were celebrating a business accomplishment the night he died. Police say Corey claims she made Eric a Moscow Mule, which he drank in the bedroom. They say Corey told authorities that she left to help one of their children and returned to the bed several hours later. It was then, they say, she noticed Eric was cold to the touch and called 911.
Damn.
Evidence gathered in the death investigation revealed Corey claimed she was away from her phone that night and it was left on a charger by her bed. Teams, however, gathered evidence the phone was in use during that time.
Damn.
And sent messages had been deleted. Additional evidence showed Corey was in contact with a drug dealer in Ogden leading up to Eric's death. The legal documents state she received both hydrocodone pills and fentanyl from the dealer, claiming the drugs were intended for a client experiencing back pain. At one point, police say she requested for, quote, the Michael Jackson stuff, asking specifically for fentanyl.
Some Michael I'm sorry, you guys. Can you imagine walking up to a drug dealer and being, hey, I want some of the Michael Jackson stuff?
Information from the autopsy report determined Eric died from an overdose of fentanyl,
Dang.
5 times the lethal dosage. In March of 2023, Corey published this children's book, Are You With Me?, written for children coping with loss of a loved one. Now, again, neighbors I spoke with who wanted to stay off camera tell me that they stand by Corey, but admit that the information they've been reading about this case has been very alarming.
Of course they stand by her, right, guys? Can you imagine, and I always say this, if the genders were switched, okay? Imagine, if the genders were switched and a guy was having charges of him, against him, saying that he deleted his wife with fentanyl. Do you think that the neighbors would stand by him? Clown world.
Richens is expected back in court next week. Reporting live in Summit County, Ariel Harrison, KUTV 2 News.
So guys, there you have it. And guys, we have a couple articles here. Let's just go into this. Okay. Utah children's book author charged with fatally poisoning her husband. Look at that. Eric Richens, his husband, had 5 times the lethal dosage of fentanyl in his blood. So Utah authorities on Monday arrested Corey Richens, a mother of 3 and author of the children's book about grief and her husband's fentanyl death. Prosecutors say that Richens deleted her husband via poisoning with fentanyl last year at their home in Camas, just outside of Park City, while their 3 young sons were sleeping. So the kids were in the house. She said, life is so damn hard without you here. Richens recently captioned a May 4th videos with the photos of her family posted to Facebook. So the cards I've been dealt just seems like a game that can't be played. So she's playing this victim card, guys, because of course, right? She called 911 on the evening of March 3rd, 2022 to report that her husband was cold to the touch. She told authorities at the time that she had served her husband of 9 years a cocktail and bread in bed to celebrate a home for sale for Corey's business that evening. She said that she left him briefly to check on one of the 3 sleeping children, and when she returned, she found him unresponsive. He had 5 times the lethal dosage of fentanyl, an opioid that's 50 times more potent than morphine, in his blood. She also had GHB. I wonder what she was going to use that for. Her charges are based on officers' interactions with Richens and an unnamed acquaintance who apparently told Summit County authorities that she sold fentanyl to the mother of 3 who had asked her for some of the Michael Jackson stuff, just like they said in the news. Authorities said that they determined during their investigation that despite her statement saying that she left her phone in her bedroom when she went to check on her children, her phone activity indicated that it had been locked and unlocked multiple times during that period, showing no physical movement. So she was right by the bed. Wow. Additional messages were sent and received during that period, but deleted. So this is them again, guys. She appeared on TV to promote her children's book about grief, Are You With Me? A description for the book, which sells for $14.99 on Amazon, states that Are You With Me is a must-read for any child who has experienced the pain of loss and for parents who want to provide their children with emotional support they need to heal and grow. Right, as she's the one that deleted her husband, right? So Richards told Good Things Utah that the book is about explaining to her children that just because their father is not present here with us physically, that doesn't mean that his presence isn't here with us. On March 19th, she shared a link to the book in a Facebook group called Grieving Mothers, because, of course, attention she needs, right? I lost my husband unexpectedly last year, and we have 3 amazing young boys. As I was trying to find books that would help comfort them at night, I really couldn't find anything, so I wrote my own. It just came out this week on Amazon. And look at these pictures of this guy. So this guy seems happy, man. Who'd have known that she would be the one to take him out? And guys, there is an interview. This is an interview that she did about the book. So let's just look at this real fast. Look at this.
And we have 3 little boys, 10, 9, and 6. And my husband passed away unexpectedly last year. So it's March 4th was a 1-year anniversary for us. And he was 39. It completely took us all by shock. And we have 3 little boys, 10, 9, and 6. And, you know, my kids and I kind of wrote this book on the different emotions and grieving processes that we've experienced last year.
Look at that. Look at that. And that's her book. So guys, yeah. So she deleted her husband. Yes, she's on trial. And she's innocent until proven guilty. Yes, fine. But the evidence looks pretty damning, right? And guys, you have to be careful who you're with. You have to be careful. Okay? I don't know what this guy's situation was, but I mean, he let this woman into his life and she ended up ending it. Guys, you have to be vigilant. You have to. And this is the thing about this narrative, that these girls are sugar and spice and everything nice. And even in a place like Utah where they're, you know, all these Mormons and they're all conservative and stuff, you never know, man. You never, ever know. You have to watch what's going on in your personal life, in your relationships. Guys, if you have friends of yours who are guys and their girl seems a little bit off, we have to protect each other because no one else is going to. And once again, guys, imagine if the genders were reversed. Do you think that it would have even taken this long? Because this is a year ago this guy passed. Do you think that it would have taken this long for the actual evidence to come out? Okay? Do you think that they would be portraying all these pictures of her smiling? Because remember, so with men, they only show mugshots and the guys looking like, you know, thugs and you know, bad guys. Let me know, guys, what you think the narrative would be if it was a man being charged with this. So, all right, you guys, this is AJ. I appreciate you guys. I will keep you updated with this story. Like, subscribe, guys, and I am out of here. Have a good day, guys.